So some of the things, newspapers, I mean, they're going down the tubes. I'm sure some dentists are still advertising in newspapers and
Oh,
so forth.
yes.
These are becoming less and less cost effective, right?
I used a local newspaper in my area. I spent over $5,000. They promised that with a full page spread, that if you give a picture of your entire staff, if you show the location, you're going to have a steady stream of patients. I did not receive one new patient from
Oh,
that $5,000 expenditures.
$5,000. You,
I spent $40,000 advertising on the radio for over a period of 6 months and barely broke even with new patients listening to the radio. The problem with those media ways is that they're low intimacy.
hmm Oh, I see. So explain that. Going deeper in that.
Well, to build a practice, you must establish, again, intimacy with these prospective patients.
hmm
So that's what you try to do. But a radio or a TV or a magazine ad, then the patient spends very few minutes looking at that. What you want to get them involved in is a seminar or a teleseminar or a webinar or even a continuous way to build this relationship. Marketing is all about building the
hmm
relationship. And this is the key thing that most dental professionals overlook.
And they could even have a blog and make comments on the blog or an email with questions about the practice that somebody could be dedicated to answer. All of those things would help increase the intimacy, right?
Right, a live interactive blog with video and audio is fantastic. Also, audio postcards. You know, we all receive
Right,
those postcards in the mail
right.
saying that you have to come back for your dental appointment. What about audio postcards? What about video postcards?
And all of these things are really, I mean, I think the typical dentist watching this would just be amazed. Their jaw actually would drop, all right,
Yes,
if they knew how cheap and easy this was to do.
yes, they would. And it's cheap and easy, but what I learned from you, it does take an investment in your time in learning how to do it.
Right, and again, that can be farmed out to a young person.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
so no dentist that's watching this needs to feel like, oh my God, I'm already doing 60, 80 hours a week. How am I going to learn this new stuff? It's easily learned by low price people that are younger.
Right. The thing that the dentist has to do is throw out some old ideas about marketing. That's the single most important thing a dental professional must do. Throw out the old idea of how you market. And that's key.
Yeah, and this actually would self-finance itself if they got rid of, made smaller yellow page ads that are
Hmm.
big money every month on those. You know how much those cost. And channel some of that money into these new methods because the first place people go nowadays is the web. You ask
Hmm.
anybody to check something out, what are they going to do? They say,
Google.
you know, I think I'm going to go home and get my yellow page out. I think I might even open up my old World Book Encyclopedia. No,
Right.
they go to the web instantly. So if you don't have a presence on there, that dentist is going to miss the chance.
And also, there's even more to have in the presence because some folks market having their Google search engine puts them at the top,
Mm-hmm.
but there's even more to that because even you can search, but they search and send it to a static website. So you have to have a way to opt in to the website,
Mm-hmm.
give something free away to the patient that will create and start to build this relationship.
Right.
Very
Yeah.
important.
I remember I was looking at some new veneers.
Yes.
And there's a lot of new stuff since I got mine 10, 15 years ago. So
Hmm.
if somebody would have given me a free report, boom, they'd have had my email address just like that. But
Right.
the dentist that didn't, I didn't even give him a chance.
Yeah, Tom, that's so important to give something away. I guess I would like to say ethical bribe
Yes.
for getting their name and their email. And once you have their name and their email, then you can work and bring them along into the practice. But without that name and email address, then it becomes very difficult.
It's very difficult and costly.
Yes.
Sure, you could send them a direct mail piece, but it takes time to design it. It takes time to get it in the mail, lots of postage, so you have a big delay in time
Hmm.
between when you get a response. With an email, response. If you had a couple cancellations, you
Absolutely.
could probably email your list and have people take care of those cancellations. So there's so many great things about this.
Tom, I tell you, there's something that, again, that I learned from you. It was wonderful. Is before I met you, I had no idea what an autoresponder was.
Okay. Tell everybody what an autoresponder
Well,
is.
an autoresponder is just a wonderful way to build a relationship with your prospective customers. And through this way, it's basically when a customer opts in, then you have something that automatically sends back to them a communication from you that would have taken your office a long time to create, building a letter and so forth. This way it's done automatically 24/7. That's the power of an autoresponder.
And not only that, the current autoresponders will not only send the first message, you could program ones going out 6 months that they would regularly get automatically.
Automatically.
That's why
yes.
I'm saying a lot of the dentists that haven't paid attention to this would just be amazed at how these inexpensive tools could help their business.
Right.
So,
That's correct.
So we won't want to get them into that. Now, let's change gears for a little bit. Why should a professional person be able to speak a little better in public?
Well, is what I mentioned before. Once you build this relationship building is done through the power of the word. Okay, and we are the only species in the world that can verbalize our thoughts. So the spoken word is so powerful, and that's why for a professional person, the spoken word even becomes more powerful because people want to get away from their hurt, especially in the world of medicine. So what a doctor says becomes somewhat almost like what God says to them. And so they have to be in a position where they can articulate their thoughts, speak about their thoughts, and use their thoughts not only to solve and heal them, but also to move them forward closer in the relationship. So the power of the spoken word for a medical professional is critical.
And in addition to that, since we're talking about marketing, would you rather be in front of 100 potential new customers or one at a time? Well, if they some professionals throw seminars, free
Correct.
seminars. I mean, I'd go to one this moment if somebody was going to talk about cosmetic dentistry, because for a while I've been thinking about the veneers. So I
Absolutely.
would show up, and that person is going to have an infinitely better chance of landing me as a customer, which that could be many thousands of dollars just from that one thing, and maybe a permanent new customer.
That's correct.
So being able to articulate themselves in public has a lot of different advantages.
What happens normally is dental or medical professionals, because that's not their area of expertise, they fall short in this area and they don't feel confident to go and address an audience. And so speaking skills are very, very important as part of the overall marketing concept.
Well, this has been beautiful, Jack, and we're going to put on the screen your contact information because I know you want to stay intimate with your viewers,
Absolutely,
and they can
absolutely.
contact
Thank you.
We'll put your phone and email on here so they can get a hold of you, because I know you can help a lot of dentists improve their practices. So will you come back and see us sometime?
I will, Tom. I love coming to Norfolk and I love being together with you.
Awesome. Well, folks, any dentists or dental professionals out there, get in touch with Jack, because it's a whole new world out there when it comes to marketing your practice. And I know you're busy working on patients, but all of these things could be working for you to improve your practice while you're doing something else. I'm Tom Antion. We'll see you next time.